All right, we're live on Hangouts and waiting for YouTube to catch up. Of course, there they are. Okay, welcome live from the crossroads of America. It's a 1 hour talk show, Shooting with Disabilities. We talk guns. We're getting to politics or anything else that crosses our minds. We'll answer questions from the listener. Just put them in the chat box. Or send me an email at rickslifeasiseeit@gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. And right now we have, let's see who we got. On gun channels, we got Sean, Angelina, Rich White, Diane B, David. Then on YouTube, we've got Jason, Travis T, Two Live Moo, Gun Loving Grandpa Stanley. So people are starting to trickle in. So we're good. Then on my board here, so far, my board. See, watching that video got me going. On my panel here, let's start with, we got the blind shooter. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Rick. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Then we got David, the Kingpin Bowling.
Hey, what's happening, Rick? Thanks for having me, brother.
No problem. Then we got the one and only Patriot in the Dark.
The favorite part of the week of mine is being right here with you gentlemen. Hello. Thank you.
No problem. Good to see you. So, all right. Now, to be honest with everybody here, I don't have much of any topic lined up. But I'm sure we can come up with some stuff for an hour. If anybody wants to join the panel, I put a link in on Gun Channels.
Speaking of, I don't know if you've seen Tony was over on Gun Channels.
Yes, I read it. Yeah, he can't make it tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is a shame. But I understand. He's only got a couple more weeks left until his daughter's back. Then he'll be back home, back to normal.
Is she deployed right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's not deployed overseas. She's deployed somewhere here in the States doing something.
Still deployed.
Yeah, it's still deployed. I think she's up. Actually, I believe she's up in Michigan. What's the Navy base up there?
I couldn't tell you.
I think it's Michigan. Is it Michigan? I don't know. She's not far, but she's far enough that she's deployed. She can't come home. Let's put it that way. So, but I think she's back in a couple of weeks. So there we go. All right. What? Any of you guys got a topic before we go on to anything I can think of? I mean, we can jump in. I mean, well, I've got my got my scooter all ready to go to the NRA on Saturday. So I'm going to take I'm taking me a power pack to in case I got to charge my phone back up or anything like that while I'm there. Unfortunately, since YouTube brought out that stupid got to have 1,000 subs to go live, I haven't figured out how I'm going to do that yet. So, hey, Angelina, how you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Good to see you.
Yeah, I thought I would join. And, I mean, really, I don't want to admit it, but I'm just kind of here to hang out with Patriot.
Oh,
But
Yeah, I figured that.
you know how it is.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't this your first time on Wednesday?
It is.
This is my first time on Rick's show at all ever.
Wow.
So
Very
it's
nice.
a monumentous
Well,
occasion.
I am honored,
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
the link was out there, and I thought, you know what? We'll teach Rick never to put a link in again.
No, I don't have a problem with that. But I don't have a problem with you being here whatsoever. So, as I was saying, so Is there a way around that? Does anybody know the live? Because YouTube won't let me do it anymore. Is there a program or anything I can download on the phone to bypass it to go on the Hangouts and do a live from the NRA?
All I had heard was there was some other app, but even with that other app, you needed to have like 200 subs or something. I don't know. Someone said something to G-Webs about it on Instagram, I think. But then he looked at it and he was like, nah, this doesn't work either. So, I mean, what about Instagram? Did they take that away? Like going live on Instagram?
No, I've never
No,
tried
that's
it. Instagram.
Oh, this could
That's what I was
be
gonna say.
this could be the occasion to start being a man of the gram.
You're right. You're right. I could try that while I'm there at the NRA.
And you're able to save those as well after you're done, right? I
Yep.
think, yeah, I heard
Well-
Clover was talking about that.
Yeah, because he releases his Monday chat every Tuesday. So you must be able to save them, but you can only run an hour, I believe, on Instagram. They
Yeah, you can run an hour.
time you out if you don't. If you go over, it just cuts off.
Well, that's like perfect
Well,
for Rick.
Oh yeah, it is. It is
No,
because I'm almost late just before lunchtime. You know what I'm saying? So that'll work out just right.
What about doing Facebook Live? Facebook Live doesn't have a time cutoff. You can go for hours in that.
That's true. A lot of people don't use Facebook though, right? Do you, Rick?
There's this one, I'm not too sure if anybody's ever heard of it before, but there's a platform out there called guntube.org, and they have live streaming.
Oh,
And
GunTube.
they
I
do.
think I have heard of that. Do you know
Something
anyone
about
there?
Something about a striky night guy or something like that. I don't know.
Oh yeah. I've heard about that guy.
Yeah.
Heard about that guy.
And you have plenty of time to practice since it's only Wednesday tonight.
Yeah, and that'd be cool to kind of see some like boots on the ground or scooter on the ground footage, right? I was gonna go to NRA, but I'm not going to NRA because I have something super important to do locally this weekend. So, but I do want to see the show. So I'm hoping that there's going to be a lot of good content.
Well, welcome, Diane.
And now, Rick, do you get special treatment if you bring the scooter?
What do you mean? Like as far as
I fell out. He's got bad
Rick not here
service
anymore?
there. No, he just
Yeah.
fell out. So
All
hopefully
right, well,
he'll
we'll
make it
keep
back.
going. We'll keep going. We got 5 minutes to take over Rick's show, or he'll be back. So, yeah, I don't know. I assume you get like handicap parking and all that.
All right, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
my Mickey Mouse internet went down. So I'm over on my phone to get back in here. So
Okay.
sorry about that. Okay. Oh, we got another new person for the first time. Diane, how you doing? Welcome.
Oh, doing okay. Marissa has an artificial knee, and not many people know that. But she has an artificial knee. She's a member of the local 3-gun team. And
It's good going.
And where are you located?
California, Sacramento.
All right.
Oh, okay. All right. Being handicapped to a certain degree. There's, if you have the mindset, you can almost about do anything.
Right.
So, right. Anyway, weighing before I lost connection. Well, I'm using the scooter because I can't walk that far, as big as this NRA is meant to be. So that's why I'm taking the scooter, and because when it starts to walk and it's back, it's standing straight up for periods of time. I just can't do it. My back can't handle it. That's a lot of times when I go shooting, I can only stand for a few minutes to shoot. But I can sit down, no problem. But standing up, it's getting hard nowadays. I'm trying to look for a back brace that might be able to help me, because I really don't want to be operated on, to be quite honest with you.
Now, is it your lower back, or how does that?
Well,
I mean, with the brace, I
I
don't.
got spinal stenosis,
Okay.
and it's so tight that it's a constant pinch on all my nerves in my back. I mean, I take medication just to dull the pain, but they want to operate on it, and but I mean, I think is it L1 to L5? Is that your bottom of the spine? They want to take 2 small slithers out of my spine on each side to relieve the pressure on the nerves on the inside, and the thought of being cut open and having that done just scares the shit out of me, to be honest with you.
Would that be
You know?
They
like
should look into
a
doing
micro?
the steroid shots.
Say that again?
Go ahead.
I was
I
going to say,
didn't
have
hear
you looked
that.
into doing the steroid shots?
Yes, but I do have those. Is it? I mean, I do have. I normally get a shot twice a year in my back, and that helps. But I mean, really, when you think about it, all that's doing is masking it. It's not repairing it or anything,
Hmm.
So that's why I was looking at getting a back brace. It might help me stand up longer, So I don't know. So
I wouldn't be overly excited to be getting spinal surgery, but spinal surgery, the technology in surgery like that has grown in leaps and bounds in just the past couple years itself. So it's not nearly as in depth as a surgery, and it doesn't keep you out of the game nearly as long as it did even 10 years ago.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
true.
actually, my driver's mom just had hip surgery, and it was I want to say it was like she stayed 24 hours and that was it, and she went
Oh,
home.
that's all I stayed
I
in
mean,
the
it's
hospital for.
so I mean that's not like one of those you're in there for a week or something. I'm sure it's like that microsurgery or something.
Oh yeah. I mean, when they done my total hip replacement, I mean they had me up and walking as soon as I came out of the thing, and they had me upstairs in the ward. They had me out of bed straight away walking. With a walker, of course. But oh yeah, it's very advanced now. But it's still the thought of getting cut on the back. It just, I don't know.
Well, plus the cuts are more, the term that they would use now would be incision, and it's a really, really small incision that they put inside you now. And maybe 2, maybe 3, depending on how many different instruments they need to use to go inside. But even the the wound, if you want to call it that, is really, really minor.
So you think I should look into it again?
I would look into it, but I would look into it with as many different options as you can. Talk to as many doctors and as many specialists as you can, and compare all their answers and compare all their pros and cons. And then just obviously the most important thing is determining your pain threshold. How much can you deal with, and how much are you going to be able to deal with 10 years from now, 15 years from now.
Oh, I got a very
Yeah.
high threshold for pain, believe it or not. I mean, because like when I was with the hip surgery, once I woke up, that I never even, once I was awake and they had me up walking, then it was bedtime. The only medication I had was what I normally take every day. I didn't have any extra pain medicine whatsoever. And the nurse says, "You're not in pain?" I said, "Yeah, it hurts, but it's livable." So they were amazed. So I do have a high threshold of pain. But I tell you what is funny is that I was discussing this with my cousin the other day because she was doing something and she cut her finger. It wasn't bad. It was just a little nick, and I have to turn away. I can watch my own blood pour out of me, no problem. But to watch somebody else bleed really freaks me out. I don't know why.
That's very English of you.
Yes, I thought so too.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm afraid if I shoot somebody in self-defense, screw it, they ain't getting no first aid out of me. You know, but I do carry a small first aid kit just in case somebody knows what they're doing. I can hand it to them. You know? Anyway, anybody else got a topic? I was telling you what I do. Do I need to take a big bag with me to put all my swag in? To the NRA?
Yeah, you do. If you're, I mean, are you into swag? Are you gonna grab swag? Because if you are,
yeah. I mean, because I use it to give away prizes. I use it to give away prizes. You know.
Yeah, then definitely, I'd say definitely bring a bag because you're gonna need it. And then I would even bring a backup bag so you could maybe hang one on the scooter or something, and then have another one. So you don't have to jump.
Yeah.
I say buy a trailer for the scooter and just fill it up. And then you got to get a dump trailer. So after you get it all full, you can just hit the button and you like the trunk of your car or whatever, and then go fill up again.
Oh yeah. So
You might want to bring two
so
bags.
I would do that. So anybody got
one down in
they want to talk
Atlanta.
about?
Would you say blind shooter?
I was gonna say, when I went to the one down in Atlanta, I left with one bag. I came back with 4 with all the stuff I grabbed.
Well, let's talk about NRA since we're on the dawn of NRA, basically. So, you're going to create content or just to like hang out?
Just to hang out.
Oh, okay, even better.
I'm only 2 hours away from it here because I live in Indiana.
Okay. Awesome. So I always want to go to a show just to hang out and like just to check it out. So you're in a good spot. So what booths are you definitely going to hit up? Do you have any plans for?
No, I don't. I'm just gonna
Start at the top.
Yeah. Mind you, Patrick wants me to hit up the Flaxton booth. Is it Flaxton or Faxton booth? Because they give out a coupon and he wants one.
Oh yeah, Faxton.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Like I got it written down somewhere, so I got to check that one out for him. But no, what I'm actually going for, I'm going to look at old because what we've been discussing for almost a year now, and I just haven't bit the bullet. But I'm going to is especially during the cold months. My arthritis in my hands is terrible. So, and my carry gun is a big old M&P 45 full size. This time of year, it's not a problem, but in the winter, this is a damn SOB to hold and shoot.
Right.
So I was going to go look at the EZ 380, see how it feels in my hand. You know, plus other small guns like that to see. It's not so much the smallness; it's sliding the rack is where I have the problem. You know.
Ellis was saying that he sells a lot of those to people that can't rack the slide or have like hand issues. That seems to be like a real hot seller for that.
Yes, and so I wanted to go look at it, hold it in my hand to see if it feels good. You know, because I mean, if it doesn't feel right, no matter how good the slide is, you know what I'm saying? It just sit in my safe.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. There's what you call it? Just want to say, Guitar Man Pete wants to say hi to Diane for being on the show here.
Hello.
It's about time one of you guys got Diane Bishop on a show on Gun Channels.
I'm right
You know?
here. Just
So she's here.
sending some stickers at the moment.
All right. Yeah, Vanessa Kitty says the slide on the EZ380 is pretty nice. But there was another gun somebody was talking about. They said the slide was pretty easy, and I'm trying to remember which one it was now. They mentioned it the other day. It's gone. I mean, as old as I'm getting, I should start writing this stuff down.
Probably talking about the Walther PP something or other.
Yes. Yeah, one of those Walters. It was meant to be easy. So I plan on looking at all those kind of guns. So what I need to do is get them. Do they have, when you get there, do they have a map of how it's all laid out?
Yeah, they'll have a map probably. And
Okay.
there's an app too. Did you download the app?
No. Do they have one?
Yeah, there's an app, and I think there's a map in the app, so you should be able to like see where you are, and then
All right. The only thing I'm worried about is how. I mean, I don't really worry about it because I got the scooter. Is how close I can get for parking. So,
I definitely get there early.
well, I plan on it. It opens at 9. It's a 2-hour ride. So, I'm hoping. I was planning on leaving around 6. Right. I know it's 2 hours, but I figured just in case having to find somewhere to park and everything else, I don't mind sitting outside on my scooter for a half hour for the doors to open. I got my pre-registration thing the other day, so I don't have to stand in line with everybody else to register. I can just walk right on in. So.
Yeah, that's always nice.
Yeah, you're still going to want to get there at least an hour early to sign all those autographs.
I still don't understand the registration thing. If you've got a membership card, it's free to get in, right?
Yes.
So what do you have to register for?
Because they give you those badges and shit. It's like SHOT Show. They just want you to have your name on there. And I wonder if they're going to do... So at SHOT Show this year, they have these little trackies in there. So I wonder if they're going to do that too.
Yeah, but when you go to the NRA, I mean, do you have to show your card you're a member to get in?
I believe so.
I would think so. And
what I'm saying is, you're standing in line waiting to show your card, I can go through the line because I had the little badge around my neck, and I don't have to stop. I can just keep on moving.
But as far as I know, if you're not a member, like you either can't get into the show or you have to pay admission.
Yeah,
I just don't know what you would
Just a
register
speed.
for.
The NRA show is open to the
I
public.
pre-registered, and to pre-register, you got to submit your NRA membership number.
But what are you
Which I did.
registering for? What is
Early entrance. It's probably a speed entrance.
Just
You get the speed lane.
Just to go through the speed lane.
Maybe
Do they send you?
Oh, wait a minute. I know what you're talking. This is like frickin' Oklahoma all over again. Another damn toll.
Yeah. So they sent me the little thing that goes around my neck with the little pouch here with is it Midway? Company.
USA? Yeah.
Yeah, Midway USA, plastered all over
Yeah,
it with my.
It's basically so you don't have to stand in line to get your entrance.
Yeah,
It's like buying your ticket before you show up at the theater. You can skip the little kiosk.
Well, this is something I've got to see for myself because that just sounds absolutely ridiculous right off the bat.
Well, just like Rick said, he has his pass right around with him right now. And so when he walks up there, he doesn't have to stop in a line that says, "Hey, this is my membership card."
Yeah,
So it's probably
fill out this and get your thing. I already have it, so I can go through the fast lane.
Yeah. Otherwise,
I just don't see why there would be a need for any of that at all.
Yeah.
Well, 80,000 people standing on the sidewalk.
And plus, it
I
gives
guess.
them
I
a
don't
number
know.
that's going to show up.
Hey, they offered it. I filled it out online and sent it off.
I'm just trying to figure out the reasoning behind it. That's all. I still don't see any. It's like saying, "Hey, it's free for $5." Okay, then it's not free.
all I know is it's open to the public.
Yeah, but
You're not paying. You're just
you're not paying. You're just putting
giving
your
your
number
name
in.
and your credentials.
I would think they would want to count how many of their members actually showed up as opposed to the general population.
Well, it's not even that difficult to get into Disney.
It's just Squib. You gotta, you're just registering. You just put your numbers in, and then they send you
So
your stuff, so you
when
don't
I-
have to wait in line.
Why can't I just go up there and swipe my NRA credit card, and they're like, right this way, Mr. Squib?
Yeah. They just see you in your little leather coat and all that stuff.
See, when you get there with your their say what's your NAR membership number, you tell them, and you have to fill this form out. Then they give you your little thing for you can go on through. I bypass all that because I've already done it.
Yeah.
Here's a little palate quencher, or whatever you call that thing that G always says. Did you get your email, Mr. Rick?
I heard my email go off, but be honest with you, I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't.
It's got the two
Okay.
answers. This is Wednesday, so I gotta give something away.
Okay,
Oh,
yep,
wait.
I got it.
And I don't even know what I'm giving away, but I'll throw in a patch. There'll be a random patch because. That's just how I do
speaking of patches, let me interrupt you.
Oh.
Somebody here is getting patches, and next week there's going to be a sample. So
we know who's getting patches. Your favorite person.
I mean,
It was
that's
all
not why he
all
won. He won his
Yeah.
random number generator, but
Yeah. Actually, that's going to be a cool patch when it's done. If it's anything like the stickers that you made, that'll be a cool patch.
it should turn out to be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to seeing the finished product. I did see the mold a few days ago, and I really liked it. So,
All right, I am excited, and I'm actually going to have to put in a new order for stickers too, because I'm down to my last couple.
Nope, somebody's roboting there.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
How do we get patches made anyway?
All right. What are we?
Are you ready?
For what?
A giveaway. You got the answers, right?
Now, have you sent that to anybody else on the panel?
No, I don't send it to nobody. I guess I can.
Okay, no, just hang on a minute, because it's let me, because I'm gonna make the panel.
Just make sure that you don't put it in the outside chat.
Yes, like I gave the answer away the other day.
It's okay.
Yeah. So no, so nobody in the panel is gonna be able to enter this contest. So hang on, let me put it here. These are the two answers he's looking for. Let's see, did it go through right? Yes, there we go. In the side chat for the people who, don't have problems reading.
Ooh. I know the answers.
Yep.
Okay, we're ready.
All right. There's two answers, but yeah, I guess you got to give both because it is per batch. So on my video, what was it, two or three ago, the top 5 ways of not being a victim, being visually impaired. What 2 firearms are in the video? That's it. What 2 firearms? I always have firearms laying around in there, so.
Yeah, so you'll normally have 1 or 2 in the frame when you're doing a video. So
And that's it.
we're waiting. Nobody's come up with them yet. We got Jason Stewart is saying 42. Travis T is saying the 870 tactical.
Wow.
Yeah, so I mean they're all scrambling now, going back to YouTube to see what it was.
I always seem to do that. Everybody just dives right out. And
Yeah. Well, while we're waiting for them to find your answers, I'm keeping an eye on it. But Jason Stewart said a gun and another gun.
that's pretty close. Pretty close.
Rich White says a SIG 938 and a shield. No,
Dope.
sorry. But while we're waiting, my quiz, because I won't be doing my show Saturday afternoon. And so you got to following Saturday to answer this question. Was in the 1975 movie Brannigan with John Wayne, when he went over to London, what was his main firearm? And it's an email question. So email me at rickslife@gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. And what it is a whole bunch of swag I got in this box here. All kinds of patches, stickers. I think there's a pen in there, and there's one of those lanyards. Is that what you call them? They hang around your neck, and all that kind of good stuff. Nope, nobody still ain't come up with your answer yet out there. So
That's okay. No big deal.
You know, it might not. We might have to carry it on over to next week.
I mean, I could win it. I could go type it in if we need a winner.
No.
All right, so NRA and Patriots giveaway. Oh, so I want to share something with you, Patriot. Basically, I bought a Browning bookmark, and I was like, how do I take this thing apart? And then some guy put a video up, and now I can take it apart.
Rich White, you got one of them right.
Very nice.
So
Angelina, was the video that you watched very helpful?
It was incredibly helpful, yes.
yeah, I said his when he done his 1911 breakdown, it never occurred to me to do it upside down when you put the slide back on, and it makes it nice and easy now. The way he done it to make it all go back together. So
oh yeah, actually, I mean, I'm repeatedly impressed every time at how smooth you are taking these guns apart, because like I can see, and dude, it's a horrible, horrible show when I'm doing it. There's parts going everywhere. I'm dropping stuff. I don't even remember how this thing went back together. So definitely kudos to you on that. It's incredible how you do that.
I mean, when I was doing my 1911, when you push down and turn the front of it, it would always pop out, and the thing would go flying, the spring would go flying, and I spend a half hour looking for them. You know. No, Rich, you're still wrong. No.
Just I hope I had the right one.
Anybody else? We're still waiting.
Yeah, that actually took
Rob
me.
D said if he'd known it was going to take this long to come up with the answer, he would go have a look.
Yeah.
Someone could have definitely cheated by now.
Yeah, yeah.
Leave it to Patriot to make such difficult questions.
So, I mean, the way Rich White is, he should know which one. He's got one of them right. He should have figured out which one he's got right. So I'm gonna help you out here, Rich. It ain't a Ruger. So don't even keep saying all these different models of Ruger. It's not even a Ruger.
It's going down the list of the ones I've done before. So
yeah, I know.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I took the bookmark apart the first time, just the beginning of this year, I meant to do the video, and I had the video halfway done, but when I took the buffer pad out, the buffer pad disintegrated, and so it took over a month to get that part in. Midway was back ordered on it, and it took forever. I ordered it and paid for it or whatever. They don't charge until they ship it, but it took a good while. So I got several of them. So I had to wait until I got it back to actually do the video. Hello, Tony.
Hey guys.
How you doing?
Thanks for stopping by, Diane.
Oh, Tony, fancy seeing you around here.
Oh, Tony, you made it.
Welcome, sir.
Sort of made it. I'm eating.
That's fine. That's fine. Everybody says in your thumbnail it looks like a Ruger. You know?
In my thumbnail?
No, I know. I mean, I'm practically giving you the answer that it's not. So, you know.
Yeah, let me see here real quick.
You sure it wasn't? You sure it wasn't a Ruger you had laying there? I haven't seen the video. I haven't watched the video, to be quite honest with you, so I couldn't tell you. Well, okay. So, what else is going on? Anything happening with you, Tony?
Nope. Trying to get past this whole kids and.
Hey, you only got a couple more weeks to go, haven't you?
Yeah, right at. Probably a little over 2.
Well, according to Patriot Travis T, it's not an SP 101. It might be, but he says it's not.
I'm watching the video right now, and it's not what Patriot said.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I had help from my little 11-year-old assistant. So yeah, that.
Okay, so who got it right?
So Rich White got it right. It was the Ruger SP 101 and the Taurus G2C.
I apologize, Rich. I'm only going on what I was told here.
Well, I should have verified, but my darling daughter, she's usually up on all that stuff, and she says, "Well, it's a revolver, don't bother me. I'm watching YouTube or some important stuff."
Yeah.
You think the video that you put out before that, the VIP tag?
Yes, that was
revolver, and that might have been the Smith & Wesson.
Yeah. Well, it's Rich. Jeez, I don't have a Winnie the Pooh.
Two Line Moo says Rich should get 2 patches now.
Yeah.
He told he was wrong.
I just wanted to make sure he knew what he was talking about. I got to really make sure.
He said he's got a logo patch on the. It's got a logo patch on the revolver.
Yeah, there's a big, huge thing right on the side of it. Yeah, it's kind of hard to miss. Yeah. Oh, did I? I didn't mean the top 5. I meant the 10. No, just kidding. Yeah, I should have verified, but listen to one ear and yeah.
Yeah, that's all
I'm
right.
gonna have to rough her up because the patch is coming from her collection. So all those ones she's been snaking from me for the last year and a half. That's where it's coming from.
Okay.
I hope you like pink ponies.
So,
now
you going to the NRA show, Tony?
Yeah.
You said yes or no?
Yes.
You're going?
No. Shit, I thought you said, do I belong?
No, I said, are you going?
No, I can't.
Oh, because of the kids? Can't go for that long? All right.
But I ain't taking them with me.
No. Oh, well. So, since we got 40 minutes with just a bunch of absolutely nothing, really, instead talking about, what I plan on doing at the NRA show. So what I'll do is I might try to go live on Saturday with Instagram. First say I'm not doing my show on Saturday, but I might go with Instagram and see what happens. I don't have. I mean, even if I do some what you call it, what's the word I'm looking for? Even if I do a
Content.
couple of live Instagram things and just post them on YouTube afterwards, you know. So we'll see. So anyway, has anybody watched that? We might as well talk politics for the next 20 minutes. Or anybody watched, or were they involved with that G Web's Minuteman broadcast today?
I did not.
Jeff Knox. Were you, David?
Oh, he jumped out for a minute.
Oh, he jumped out. He jumped out, didn't he?
Yeah, it was really good.
should
I
be
caught
paying
the last
attention.
bit of it.
Yeah, I just started watching it before I came on here. Pete said I saw it.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
Yeah.
Definitely gave some insight that isn't out in the open.
Yeah, yeah.
At least I
So,
didn't know.
But it sounds like, though, because they're actually registered in New York and the Attorney General of New York is out to get them. So that's what it sounded like to me.
For those
Travis,
who didn't hear it, could you give us a little background, please?
Oh, okay. I was hoping David would pop back in because I think he was there and he's better at explaining things than I am. G Webb's had an interview with Jeff Knox, and he is a member. He's been a member of the NRA for over 40 years. His father was a big-time member, and he was a director, I believe.
Neil Knox, yeah, he was the man before Bruce Wayne LaPierre got in there and started wrecking things. Yep.
Yes. Well, this is one of his sons. He does a lot of writing on Ammo Land, and he does the Firearm Coalition webpage or whatever. And he was saying that a lot of that stuff that was written in that story is true. And they do have problems. And since they're registered in New York, even though their office is it down in Maryland or somewhere, the big office they have or whatever, or Washington, they're actually registered in New York, and the Attorney General of New York is after them because of some of the violations they're doing, the big payouts and stuff. And what he was saying, from what I can understand, I didn't get to see it all, but what I understand is they either need to, clean house, basically, if they're going to survive.
So last Friday on Right of the People on Budget Guns and Gear Reviews, we discussed this, and he read the whole article from the New Yorker. It was a long article, but I'm glad that he read it all, because a lot of people don't take the time to read. I hadn't read it, and we talked about it, and what I said was, this is the way big business works. And people go, well, they're a charity. This is the way big charity works. They work just like a business. A lot of these organizations work this way. This is normal. People sound shocked, like, I've never heard of such a thing. Well, I guess you're from Podunk Nowhere and I don't expect everybody to have worked for a giant corporation, a big, but the NRA, despite what it says it is, from everything he read in there, I knew most of that stuff. I just didn't know the names and the specifics and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, a lot of people have known this for years. Okay, you could say,
It's
but it's wrong.
part.
It's immoral. Well, I see. That's just it. I'm questioning the illegal part, because some of that stuff they do everywhere. Every big place
but there's
does that.
certain things that have been done that go against the 501c.
Well, yeah, but
Charity,
they can get out of it. If the Red Cross can get out of that, they can get out of it. Look, the whole thing is, I understand people are saying, but they're not doing what I want with my money, or that's immoral, or that's illegal, or I don't think they should get paid that much. Or I got news for you. Almost every major corporation or every giant nonprofit, even some big churches, work this way. That's just the way it really is. I'm not excusing it. I'm not saying it's right. But if you say, well, I don't want to be a part of this because they're doing that, then you don't want to drink Coca-Cola, shop at Walmart, or eat McDonald's, or drive a Chevy, or fly on Delta Airlines or anything else. Big companies do all this stuff, and most of it is legal. If they're using their tax their nonprofit status for tax evasion, that's one thing. But even big nonprofits do this stuff, and I guess I just wanted people to understand that. Whether you think it's right or it's wrong, this is the way it's been for a long time with big entities.
Pete is saying wrong.
I would suggest to go and watch that, just because he does have kind of an inside.
When you get a chance, Squib, try to watch it. It's very interesting. I'm going to finish watching it also.
Here's my thing. As big as the NRA is, as many members it has, as many donors it has, as many sponsors it has, as long as it's been around, whatever, even if you kick out some of the people that are there now, whoever takes over, even if they have good intentions in the beginning and they start doing what we want in the beginning, power corrupts. It's just like some of these politicians that work their way up. Some of them start off and they've got, a great, good ideas and all this other stuff. And once they've been in power long enough, they start to get the kickbacks, or they start to realize all this stuff they're trying to do isn't working. But when they do stuff that's kind of crooked, legal or not, it seems to work. It just gets to people. They get to this sense of entitlement. I always talk about how the kids have this really bad sense of entitlement that drives me up a wall. But wealthy, powerful people have a sense of entitlement too. I'm not excusing any of this stuff, but you're not going to change it. The next group that comes in a matter of years will be doing the same thing. So maybe if we just keep cycling more people in, but then you've got the people that go, no, we shouldn't have term limits on anything because then we're going to kick out the good people. It's like, all right, you just can't win.
No, but Pete was saying the NRA sells out our rights. Walmart doesn't. Walmart doesn't beg for more money to sell out our constitutional rights.
How many fucking Walmarts are out there not selling guns, and none of them sell handguns anymore?
Yeah, so don't say that.
Fucking river.
You go to Walmart because it's the only store in town where you can buy groceries or tires. All right, the NRA is a choice. If you don't want to be a part of the NRA, don't be part of the NRA. If you want to make a change, do what you can to make a change, but it's not going to just happen overnight because you clicked your heels. But all big companies all big companies pollute. All big companies pay off harassment lawsuits. All big companies donate to politicians that are for us and against us. All big companies, some of this stuff that they do, for those of you who have never worked for an executive who makes some serious money and has some serious benefits, flying around in a private jet and all this other stuff, some of the things that they do and they make the company pay for, it's no different than these politicians. They do the same thing. I'm not saying it's right, but you're not going to just change it, okay? It's been like that forever. So maybe if you learn to just accept it.
Patrick says Squib is correct 100%. He said, I've seen it myself. So, I know how big corporations work. I understand that.
Well, the NRA is doing the same thing, Yeah. And I want you to think about it like this. But you think about it like this. You have some beatnik from some grassroots organization go to Congress and say, we'd like to change gun laws. Okay? They're going to be like, who the heck is this? But if they got a guy that comes in there and acts just like them, looks just like them, lives just like them, they're going to listen to them. I don't like Wayne LaPierre, but he has a lot more pull in Washington, D.C. than, Joe Blow. I work a blue-collar job, but I run a gun rights organization out of my back bedroom. Now, that guy who runs a gun rights organization out of his back bedroom is doing more honest work than Wayne LaPierre. He is. But nobody's going to listen to him. And if that guy ever got in Wayne's position, he'd turn into Wayne one day. He would. It just happens.
Yeah. You're right. So Pete said, so listen to the guy selling us out. Now,
you know what, Rick? I'm not trying to be right. I'm not trying to. I just got to be right all the time.
I'm just
You know,
reading what these guys are writing in the chat.
I
here.
don't care what they say. I don't care what any of you guys say. I'm just saying that if for those of you that just got into guns after Sandy Hook, okay, the NRA's been like this since the 70s, guys. So, you know, it's a big surprise.
Now, Patriot, I said you watched the second half. Was it brought up about the NRA backing the red flag laws? I said I haven't got that far yet. Talk to me, Patriot. You're muted. Where you gone? I mean, we're having empty space here. You know, nobody's talking. Come on, Patriot. Get your act together.
I guess he ran away.
Yeah, I guess he walked away from the mic.
Oh no, I had a couple pumpkin seeds stuck in my mouth. I was just relaxing. What was the question?
I said you watched the second half of it. I said I haven't.
Yeah,
was anything mentioned about them backing the red flag laws or anything in it?
I'm not sure. I know that there was basically he ran down through when his dad was a part of it, and just basically how we used to work together with the GOA and the SAF and the different things that each of them can do. But like I said, I only watched the last 15, 20 minutes of it. So, but I don't know if they actually went into detail about the red flag laws or any of that other stuff. They were basically going through and kind of describing how it's organized is when I kind of got in there. As far as, the separate sections and what kind of committees and where, like the ILA, where they get their money is like direct donations versus some of the other places and stuff. So,
yeah,
I do suggest to watch it. I didn't watch the first beginning of it, and like
I said,
the guys on gun channels are watching it for sure.
I didn't watch it all either because I had to do my show here. So I am going to finish watching it to get the gist of it. Blind Shooter says, if money corrupts big corporations, when the GOA becomes just as big as the NRA, won't they follow in the footsteps and become greedy?
Yes, I've been saying that for years.
I mean, the GOA are sending out things asking for money already,
Okay, but here's the thing, though. When they do get that big and they do start to get corrupt, politicians will listen to them more. I know it sounds stupid, okay, and you can say it's unethical, it's immoral. Okay, yeah, I get all that. But once they start acting like the very people that they have to deal with every day to fight to get us our rights back or to preserve our rights, then those people will actually listen to them. That's the irony.
Yeah, you're right. But
I just asked that question to Trigger Squib.
I think a lot of big companies are like that. They really are. I mean, but
that's as good as the unions
I guess what hurts most people.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
It is.
What hurts most people is all.
I've been stuck in Michigan my whole life. I've seen it from both sides of it.
The union says these execs are milking these companies for all their work, getting golden parachutes, getting this, getting that. We want ours too. It's the same difference. It's just done a different way within the same company. Yeah, it's the same difference. And believe me, I don't really care for unions. That doesn't mean that I haven't met skilled trades that are in unions that are really good at what they do, or I haven't met unions that have had some decent rules. And I have friends that are in the union. And if I had a union job offered to me, depending on what kind of job it was, I'd dealing with the union for that job because it might better my family life and everything, or especially if it's a dream job or something like that. But the whole thing is, you've got to learn how to just accept it or deal with it. Our country gives us the opportunity to change things. If you don't like something, you can change it. But one little person by themselves, it's going to take a long time and they may never get it done. At least we live somewhere where we can change these things if we don't like them.
And that's the whole point, I think.
You know, something that I haven't heard touched on yet is the fact that when our gun rights are under fire, all of these organizations make a lot more money.
Yep. So do the manufacturers, the distributors, the retailers, all of them. They all make more money. Do you think they really really want this fight to go away. They're going to keep the fight going long enough to keep us buying stuff or spending money. What we have to do is we have to direct them in the way that keeps them. I don't know. That's a tough, you know. It just really is. If you thought about it, all of these people that make money off of guns, ammo, the whole 9 yards, the billions upon billions upon billions of dollars this industry makes. You're telling me they couldn't somehow or another pool their resources together and buy off all these politicians? Nah.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to start winding up here in a minute. I mean, Patrick says we all wish for Mr. Smith goes to Washington, but it will never happen.
I wish it would
he's
too.
Dead.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard. I mean, I guess it could. But
Yeah, it would be great. Look, in a perfect world, some of this stuff would be great, but it just isn't like that. But you don't have to be all like, well, everything sucks, so why do anything? No. There's
You're right. With the NRA, the GOA, they all got to keep the scare tactic going. Otherwise, there's no reason for them. You know? I mean,
what I want to know is there's people that are going to this show, 80,000 people or whatever. But with all these people coming out of the woodwork for years saying how much they hate the NRA, why would somebody who says that go to the show?
I agree with you. I said I hated them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that's true. Free stuff. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Because they want a chance to meet Rick.
But I'm going to be there. They want to come and see me, be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to be wearing a MAGA hat? Because,
No, I'm going to be wearing the hat I got on right now, which is the Every Second Matters, black Every Second Matters hat. So, and I'll be
that's the biggest point.
I'll be in my blue scooter with my little girly basket on the front. You know?
Does it have daisies on it?
No, it's black, but it's small. It's like a little girl, like one of those little ones on a girl's bike.
Well, you should take some cable ties and like an old milk crate and zip tie that to the front. That way you've got lots of capacity to bring back swag.
Yeah. You're right. I should. So I tell you, if my chair here is about ready to break, this one here, and I'm gonna have to buy a new chair when payday gets here.
No, when you're in Indianapolis, go to IKEA.
Yeah, good point. Good point. I've never been to Indianapolis in my life, so I'm just going to GPS it to the where the thing is and try to find a parking spot when I get there. Rick needs saddlebags on the scooter. I do, actually. I got a big pocket.
Oh, dude, that would be awesome. Yeah. If you got some motorcycle saddlebags, yeah, that would be kind of.
Yeah. I got a big pocket on the back of my seat. So, but
you should have taken the luggage off the Goldwing and put it on the scooter.
Yeah, that would have worked. Right there where the armrests are, I could have had those saddlebags and used the top of those as my armrests. I should have done that. That would have worked. So, but anyway.
Hell, you might as well add a 8-foot-long Springer front fork.
Yeah, but mine's a 4-wheeler. It ain't a 3-wheeler.
Oh, that would be a little difficult.
Yeah. But I'm, I got to figure out some stuff. But I'll get it, and I'm going to take, a couple of bags with me somehow for all my swag. So, I hope all my fans will, give me time to go get all this swag,
Well,
but if anybody's going, I will be there.
You could go for a couple of live and breathing old bags and take, some assistance.
Yeah, I hope I don't run anybody over, because that scooter can fly. I'm gonna have to put it on the crawl mode if I don't run anybody over. You know. So.
Will you tell us if you do?
Well, if I hit anybody with it, oh
Yeah.
yeah, I'll let you guys know. You know,
Make sure it ain't live.
I'll run into the displays and all kinds of shit like that.
Well, when they're like picking stuff up, you can grab more patches.
Yeah, I was just thinking if he hits it just right, and stuff goes everywhere, you know, and we're all waiting behind him like we're just, you know, we're acting like we're just at the show. We don't know him or nothing, and then we all just grab the swag and run.
Everybody yells, "Thanks, Rick!" on the way out.
Yeah. So, all right. We are about ready to wind this up. I'm going to have, as you know, only run this for an hour on Wednesdays. And if you guys got any questions you want to ask the panel, you know, with how we do things, you know, like having a disability and how we manage to shoot or do anything, write them down and email me at rickslifeasiseeit@gmail.com, and I can bring them up on the next show. So I won't be having a show on Saturday because I'll be at the NRA. I'm going to try to do an Instagram live thing, but I'm not sure Rick, what's for lunch at the NRA? I don't know. Do they have somewhere to eat there, or do we have to go out downtown Indianapolis?
No, they got food courts there.
I was going to say, surely they have food there. Who would want
can't we all just go to the Waffle House?
I wish they had a food court with a Whataburger in it.
I know for Atlanta, it was pizza, hot dogs, and Subway.
Oh, okay. All right. So anyway, let's go to the
long line, though, right? I imagine.
Oh yeah, you're waiting online for a half hour, 45 minutes.
Oh, Rick he'll pass out.
Yeah. I have to put my order in before I do the show. You know, then the show's over.
You better bring a bit of a sack lunch too, just in case.
Yes, I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that too. You know, take my own, take a little snack and something to drink.
Some sandwiches with red onion and mustard.
Yeah.
Really,
come back in.
I was really surprised when I was at Wanamaker that the lines weren't ever really ridiculous at the food places they had.
Yeah, but then again, I mean, that gun show runs every year. It doesn't have 80,000 people turning up at one time. You know,
it has a freaking lot.
So, David, while you were gone, we were discussing the Minuteman broadcast today with was it Jeff Knox? Did you happen to see it?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. I thought it was pretty interesting. I thought it was the guy. That's the first I ever heard of him or know anything about him, but he answered a bunch of questions pretty honestly. And when I asked the question about, do you have ulterior motives because the way they treated your father, and he was like, yeah, I do. I thought that was pretty cool that he just came right out and said, yeah, there's definitely some animus that I feel to the company or the organization, but there's also things that need to be corrected and things that need to be done regardless of how I feel personally. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. So, anyways, as we were saying while you're gone, is everybody should go listen to it. They're interested in it. So I don't know.
If you go back to see it, should you watch it on YouTube or should you go to Gunstreamer, or will it be on GunTube.org, or maybe it's on all three?
You can also find it on GunChannels.com.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
So you can watch it at any one of those, and I think how long does it run for? An hour and a half?
Yeah, just about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
If you send me $20, I can burn it for you, and I can mail it to you as well. Just saying.
Yeah. So.
You can put it on your credit card, Squid.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Anyway, let's go through the panel here for shout-outs and plugs. So we're starting with Tony.
I got nothing. Everybody have a good night. Be careful. Those who are going to NRA so they don't rape you into being a member for longer than you want or something.
All right, Tony. Thanks for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Squib.
Yeah.
Any shout outs or plugs?
Nope.
I saw your I only watched it today, your honey bun video.
Yeah, I filmed that back in January and just released it today. So I'm a little bit behind on. I've got more footage and more projects than I have time to do, and some of it I just scrapped. That one why not?
Yeah.
I mean, food videos are the easiest ones to
What
do.
was the other one you done that was released today?
What?
Had a vending machine in it, I think. Oh, you were at the gas station.
Oh,
You're
oh,
talking about
that-
sticks and stones can
Yeah.
break his.
sticks and stones.
Yeah, words
Yeah.
don't hurt. I didn't say words can't. I didn't say words can't piss you off, but words don't hurt.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
right.
people are soft.
Yeah, we are. We are.
Especially in the damned head.
All right, Patriot. Any plugs or shout outs?
I was laughing and I was supposed to be muted when I was laughing. What is this?
Well,
Yeah,
at least you
thanks-
didn't drop
thanks.
out of the chat, hit the wrong button.
No. The only time I really drop out of the chat is when I go over to YouTube to be able to do the comments and stuff, and it starts and it kicks me out and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure you come back every Wednesday. Hopefully we get some good questions coming in. I'm looking at possibly bringing in some more people eventually. So
that'd be good.
and
Yes.
anyways, check out my channel, Patriot in the Dark. I'm all over the place. And
If anybody out there has somebody who might, that would like to come on and give, a short rundown of their, who they are, what they do, being handicapped or anything like that, we can always give them, 30 minutes, and we can have 30 minutes of asking questions, So
sounds like a plan.
Do what?
I said it sounds like a plan.
It does.
Make sure you come back and sub everybody.
Yeah. All right, Kingpin. Any
You
shout
guys were
out?
talking about dropping out of the chat, and I kept dropping out of the chat. Thanks for having me, Rick. I appreciate it. Make sure everybody catches up with Rick every Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern, and every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And later tonight, 11 p.m. Eastern, check out Rants and Raves at Roll Call 219.
Okay. Oh, maybe I'll see him at the NRA. I don't know if he's going to go, but he's from Indiana too, ain't he? I think he is. All right, Blind Shooter. Any plugs or shout outs?
Not really, Rick. Thanks for having me as always. For everyone that's going to the annual meeting, I challenge you to find Chris and Wayne and call them assholes to their face. And if you're going to the meeting where Trump is speaking, call him a traitor.
All right.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Well, he has let us down, really. But Angelina, any plugs or shout outs?
Buy things from owlandanchor.com.
Absolutely. Makes great patches and stickers. She has flags as well, I believe.
I do. Thank you, Rick.
Yeah, no problem. All right, I want to say thanks to everybody being here. And don't forget, I won't be here Saturday because I'll be at the NRA show. I'm going to try to do something on Instagram, but I can't guarantee it because I don't use it that much. But I will definitely be here next Wednesday at 7 p.m. So that gives you an extra week to find the answer to my quiz question, which I'll give to you again, was in the John Wayne movie Brannigan, made in 1975, what was his firearm that he carried, the main firearm that he carried? Email me at rickslifeasiseeit@gmail.com or at spottyrick at gmail.com. Also, if you like the show, give me a thumbs up. That all helps with everything here on YouTube. I would appreciate it. So I will see you all later. So good night.
Never fear the dark.